during a mid-student weekend on a glorious weekend afternoon. Many of you were not even born yet. I remember this visit clearly. The campus was just as gorgeous as it is today, and my parents and I spent a lot of time chatting with our professors and the staff and eating the great food around campus. My dad was leaving on a business trip that evening, and we had to cut our visit short. But to this day, one of the faculty members that I met still remembers meeting my parents, and he remembers the business trip and still asks me how they are doing. And if you fast forward a few months and years to my time as a student, I really enjoyed the opportunities that Stevens offered me. I was active, made a lot of lifelong friends, and built a foundation that prepared me for my professional and personal journey. I was on the track and field team, in a sorority, and a service fraternity. I was a resident assistant. I lived in the Laurel Center for Women, and I even ran for student government president and lost. I had internships all 3 summers and multiple job offers months before I graduated. Stevens prepared me for a professional career that spanned many different companies and industries, from Citigroup to JP Morgan, to a nonprofit working with corporate philanthropies, to an educational technology company, and finally right back here where I belong and where my heart is. In fact, I was able to secure many of my different professional opportunities because of alumni connections and the strength of the Stevens name. I was hired into JP Morgan's private bank in just 1 interview. I even lived in Hoboken for nearly 15 years after graduation. And even a few years in New York City brought me right back here to Hoboken. There's no greater city to go to college than here. The opportunities that are available in New York, they're just a hop, skip, and jump away, literally minutes. But in Hoboken, you have a much more quaint, yet still diverse experience. Now on to my husband. He's the exact opposite of me in so many ways. He was not as social as I was, but he found his pace and success at Stevens. You could say he was the quieter type. He worked behind the scenes for our performing arts. He did research a few summers, but like me, he also had multiple job offers when he graduated. He found his home professionally and has been with the same company for nearly 20 years in progressively larger roles. And I tell you all this because not every student will have the same experience or the same interests, and that is okay, because Stevens has opportunities for everyone and is a place where students with all different interests can call home. And finally, I'm a parent of a prospective student, and I probably will be for the next 12 years. My daughter is 6. As you can imagine, her heart is set on Stevens. She has said over and over again that if she does not get into Stevens, and we have to temper her expectations, getting into college is hard, that she will not go to college. So we have a bit of work to do there, but as a young child, she has spent countless hours on this campus, and she knows how special it is. She can feel it. Also, having Attila the duck as a mascot doesn't hurt, and if I told her that Go-Go the gorilla is on campus today, she'll be really upset that I didn't bring her. She wears her Stevens shirts to school and is already our youngest admissions counselor. However, I'm pretty sure she thinks college is just one big party. And I would not be here with you today if it were not for my Stevens experience and for my parents. I thanked them yesterday and we shared a good cry that I will be forever grateful to this university and the opportunities that it has presented me. And I spent all this time telling you about me for a few important reasons. There are 3 themes that thread all my roles here at Stevens. First, Stevens is a university that has opportunities upon opportunities. But don't let that overwhelm you. Let that be a guide to help you figure out what your passion is. I'm a perfect example of someone who didn't find their passion immediately after graduation. But eventually, with the foundation I had, I was able to do that. And 2, Stevens is a university that cares and supports its students. Many of the faculty and staff that supported me today are still here. Our plans and decisions, they're all rooted in constantly wanting to improve the student experience. While it may not always be perfect, I can assure you that we listen and we care. And finally, number 3, Stevens is a university that is as strong as its people. Our students, our faculty, our staff, and our alumni. And fortunately for us, our people are so darn strong. Everyone is incredibly talented, passionate, and supportive. And this is the type of community and network that you should want to be a part of. One that you want to have on your resume and on your diploma. So when you graduate, and no matter how many years out of school you are, you can count on the Stevens education to help you in your next step. As you can see, Stevens is a big part of my life, and I hope that it will be for you too. I would be proud to call you a fellow alum in a few years. Please see it for yourself today. The opportunities, the student focus, the strength and talent of our community. Like I said, opportunities are endless, and to show you would take years, probably 4, maybe even more. So we've attempted to show you in one afternoon. And so to kick it all off, please join me in welcoming our president, Nariman Farvardin.
Thank you very much, Cindy. And ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I was hoping to get a little more energy out of this audience. Can we try this again? Good afternoon. Yes, here we go. You know, as I stand before this audience of more than 1,000 people, with that majestic view in the background, I'm reminded of what a privilege it is to have the position that I have and have the opportunity to serve this incredible university, our wonderful students, and our prospective students who are sitting here tonight, or this afternoon. Allow me to begin with the most important message at the onset of my remarks. I'm truly pleased to welcome all of you here today. To the students who have worked so hard throughout your high school years, and to the parents, guardians, and family members who supported them every step of the way, I want to say, and I'm saying this on behalf of our entire community, our students, faculty, staff, and more than 50,000 Stevens alumni who are all over the world, that we are delighted you're here, and we would love for you to join us as members of the Stevens community next fall. I invite you to take a moment to look around you. I'm addressing the accepted students. Please take a moment to look around you. In this audience are your future roommates, teammates, study partners, business partners, best friends, and who knows, maybe even a future spouse. I will begin our time together by asking you one important, fundamental question. Are you ready? We here at Stevens know you are. You've been accepted to Stevens during, by far, the most competitive admission cycle in the history of this university. But are you ready to change the world? You've undoubtedly done your research on Stevens, so you know that it is among the nation's premier technological universities. A university that Princeton Review calls a college that creates futures. Our students go on to change the world in a wide array of fields, including engineering, finance, media, arts and entertainment, healthcare, artificial intelligence, sustainable energy, intellectual property law, quantitative social sciences, and more. Our mission is to inspire, nurture, and prepare students for an increasingly complex and technology-centric world, to develop innovative solutions to the most challenging problems of our time, and to expand the frontiers of knowledge. At Stevens, we are inspired by humanity and powered by technology. We are inspired by humanity and powered by technology. Here you'll find limitless opportunities to experience a world-class education. One hallmark of this education is experiential learning, including cooperative education, internships, interdisciplinary design projects, entrepreneurial experiences, hackathons, undergraduate research, study abroad experiences, and many, many more. There are also innumerable social and professional development opportunities that help you achieve your greatest potential. These are all to prepare you to change the world. I'm going to now introduce you to a wonderful example. One of our own students, Ariana Gann. Ariana, would you please join me at the podium to share your own experiences since joining Stevens? Let me collect the stuff here.
Hello, and welcome to Stevens, and congratulations to all of the students and their families on the acceptance to Stevens. My name is Ariana Gann. I am majoring in biomedical engineering, and I am a part of the Launchpad program here at Stevens, where I'm currently developing my app, Daya. Being a junior means that my freshman year was the COVID year, so I just wanted to say that it makes me so happy to see so many prospective students here on campus in person today. Having a bit more of a restricted freshman year really pushed me to come out of my shell and get as involved on campus as I could during my sophomore year. I'm currently treasurer of my sorority, Theta Phi Alpha, vice president of the Greek Life Honors Society, alumni outreach chair for the Engineering Honors Society, and vice president of the Poetry Club. As a Pinnacle Scholar, I've completed 2 summers and a semester's worth of research studying deep brain stimulation. I'm really grateful for Stevens for having such a robust and thriving campus that has allowed me to be socially fulfilled and also stay busy, because that's definitely when I am my happiest. The experience that has meant the most to me is being a part of the Launchpad program. I joined towards the end of my freshman year, and through this network, I met my co-founder, who is a recent Stevens graduate and current graduate student, Frank Pinola. Together, we are developing Daya. It's an app that allows for short-term sharing of blood sugar values. When a diabetic downloads the app, they're able to see their blood sugar in real time. And when they start a session, if their blood sugar goes outside of the range that they designate, their emergency contact will receive a text message with their current blood sugar, location, and any other information that they choose to include in the text message. Additionally, if their blood sugar drops dangerously low, their phone will display a screen that has a picture of the emergency medication that can raise their blood sugar, along with directions on how to use this and a description of where it's located on them currently. The goal is that somebody who knows nothing about diabetes would be able to assist in an emergency medical situation. I'm not a business major, nor am I a computer science major. In fact, I came into Stevens with minimal coding experience. I'm just really grateful for the fact that I've been in an environment that has encouraged me to take risks, go out and just do things that I wouldn't have normally done. And this has allowed me to build things that I never would have dreamed would be possible, and they wouldn't be without the support network that I've had behind me this whole time. Through this experience, what I've really learned about is balance. It hasn't been easy to start a company while staying on top of my rigorous classes. So I would just like to thank Stevens for the support network and the resources that they have available. I've gone to the walk-in tutoring center, had a personal tutor for organic chemistry because it was organic chemistry. I've gone to the writing center for help with speeches and essays, been to the health center when I had a sore throat and lost my voice the day before a pitch, and I'm also comfortable in sharing that I've used the mental health resources here at Stevens. They've all allowed me to just stay my happiest and healthiest and really reach my full potential. As a type 1 diabetic myself, giving back to the diabetic community means a lot to me. I'm an active volunteer. I was just in Washington, D.C. last month doing advocacy work for insulin affordability. So having the ability to work on a project that I'm so passionate about has allowed me to be fulfilled in this aspect of my life. I would just like to end by thanking Stevens for giving me the ability and the confidence to build an app and eventually a future that I am so excited and grateful for. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ariana. Are you as impressed as I am? Perfect example of amazing students who come to this university. Building on the theme of Are you ready? Are you ready to find your place? We want you to celebrate who you are at Stevens, so there are specialized programs and organizations such as the Laurel Center for Women's Leadership, the First Generation Network, the Society for Hispanic Professional Engineers, and the National Society of Black Engineers, all to help you find your place. There are professional and special interest organizations such as the Stevens chapter of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, Engineers Without Borders, a student-managed investment fund, and the Stevens Dramatic Society, and many more that serve as hubs for community events, meetings, and service opportunities. There are more than 125 student organizations, 25 varsity sports teams, 13 fraternities, and 8 sororities. Stevens students volunteer many hours of community service each year and become members of the community in Hoboken and well beyond our campus. These programs are all designed to help you find your place. Are you ready for real-world success? A Stevens education is a passport to career success. Ranked 9th in the nation for best career placement by the Princeton Review, our graduates do unbelievably well. This past year, 97.3% of the graduating class of 2022, the class that graduated in May of 2022, and 99% of the women in that class secured postgraduate outcomes. That means jobs, graduate school, and the like, within 6 months from their graduation. And you may wonder about the remaining 2.7%. I tell you, that 2.7% of students are off hiking in the Himalayas. Have you seen the New York Times article published on March 27th, just about 2-3 weeks ago, entitled, "There's only one college ranking list that matters"? I often ask our students how they made their choice about their college of choice. And therefore, I've done a little bit of research myself using one of my new favorites. You may have heard of this new tool called ChatGPT. How many of you have used ChatGPT recently? That's good. My type of students. So I asked ChatGPT the following: what do college-bound students look for the most for college, in college? And ChatGPT answered: 1, academic programs; 2, location; 3, cost and return on investment; 4, campus culture; and 5, student life. So I used the New York Times tool, ranking tool, to actually prioritize high earnings, economic mobility, and academic strength of the university. And you will see, if you try it, that Stevens comes up 3rd in the country. Actually, on the screen behind me, you see the list. California Institute of Technology, otherwise known as Caltech, which is not such a shabby place, number 1. The other place known as MIT, number 2. And our own Stevens Institute of Technology, number 3 in the nation. So if you do your own search, Stevens will likely land on the high end of your top 10 list. Of course, I'm very confident that after your visit today, when you consider what you really value about college experience, Stevens may come up even higher on your list. Our graduates get great jobs, and many get multiple job offers. With the average starting salary for the class of 2022, are you ready to hear this? These are students who graduated last May. Average starting salary, $84,700, which is $9,000 higher than the previous class who graduated in 2021, and well over the national average of $55,000. Some graduates start their own companies, others rise to executive positions in major large corporations like Verizon, Amazon, Google, PSG&G, Goldman Sachs, Lockheed Martin, EY, Bristol Myers Squibb, AstraZeneca, L3Harris, and I don't have time, but there's another 700 companies, and many more. Our graduates invent things such as the bubble wrap, such as email and wireless technology protocols, such as the art form known as the mobile, and they include celebrities such as the tech reviewer and YouTuber Marques Brownlee, founder of MKBHD, who has 16 million followers and whose videos have been viewed 3 billion with a B, like boy, times. 3 billion times. By the way, Marques is giving a lecture in my class this coming Tuesday. It's no wonder that PayScale consistently ranks Stevens among the top colleges in the nation with the highest paid graduates. That's a valuable strength to consider as you continue your path to higher education. Now, since I've asked you whether you are ready, I expect that you've taken the time to learn what makes this university a very special place. What I'd like to do in the next few minutes is to explain to you why Stevens is ready for you. I'm turning the issue around. To start, we're ready because of our location. Hoboken is consistently ranked by the Princeton Review as one of the best college towns in the United States. It is among the most diverse regions in the nation, and whether you're from New Jersey or one of the 48 states and 70 countries represented by students admitted in this cycle, you will feel safe and supported. Hoboken is a wonderful, charming community that offers many arts and cultural events, including some that actually take place on our own premises, from campus traditions such as Tech Fest, to the Flock Party, Fall Festival, Midnight Breakfast, and many, many more. Our campus is close to many fun and delicious places to eat, like the original Carlo's Bakery, known for its television celebrity cake boss, over here in this picture, and Benny Tudino's, known for its pizza slices the size of a small baby. This is not an exaggeration, this is real. Of course, another distinctive advantage to our location is our proximity to New York City. A 10-minute ride transports students to one of the most vibrant international cultural centers on the face of this planet. Our location here on the banks of the Hudson River and the heart of New Jersey's high-tech and corporate corridors provides easy access to internships and cooperative education experiences, and ultimately to employers at any one of the many Fortune 500 headquarters that recruit on campus and that are located only within 50 miles from Hoboken. In that regard, this location is second to none in the country. We are also ready because our campus has undergone a significant transformation. We opened the Gateway Academic Center in late 2019, a state-of-the-art teaching and research complex that features 2 magnificent buildings with technology-enabled classrooms and laboratories, as well as meeting rooms and study spaces. We also opened the Student Wellness Center, and our Parklight campus includes many beautiful green spaces that provide a welcoming respite in our urban setting. And I'm sure you visited, or you will have a chance to visit, our magnificent University Center complex, sitting right over here in front of me to my right, which opened less than a year ago. This center includes 2 residential towers housing 1,000 students with the most modern amenities, a fitness center with stunning views of New York City, conference and seminar facilities, student organization offices and meeting rooms, a food court, a gaming room, and many more. This is a truly transformational building that has changed our campus for the better. We're also ready for you because we are just the right size. Size matters. Stevens is small enough to feel like a family and big enough to offer a wide range of intellectual, academic, and extracurricular opportunities. We have created living learning communities for women in science and engineering, the Laurel Center for Women's Leadership, first-generation scholars, and coming this fall, there will be new living learning communities for students interested in the arts, in service opportunities, and a Scholars House for students participating in our Pinnacle and Clark programs. As these examples illustrate, Stevens is a rich, diverse, and close-knit campus environment that allows students to develop lasting bonds with other students, with their teachers, with the deans, and with the many people on campus who are here to help you be successful. And I know this firsthand because about once a month, my wife Hoveda and I host students for a meal and conversation known as Pancakes with the President and French Toast with the First Lady. These gatherings give students the opportunity to tell us in a very informal and friendly setting what inspires them and what we can do to make Stevens an even better place for them. Our guests also get to meet our little dog who's getting old now, Martini. This is Martini here. Martini is so popular, is much more popular than the president, by the way. We are thinking about starting a breakfast series called Muffins with Martini, so students can spend some quality time with Martini on campus. Let me tell you, we're also ready for you because we prioritize and promote student wellness and safety. Stevens offers a variety of resources and programs throughout the year to make sure all students find their place within our campus environment. In fact, we were named one of the healthiest college campuses in the nation, having received the 2022 Active Minds Healthy Campus Award for our commitment to students' physical and mental health. We are ready for you because we have a spirited campus. Our scholar athletes also provide us with many opportunities to cheer on the Ducks. With a total of 5 conference championships so far this year, we have an incredibly strong athletic program. Just last night, the men's volleyball team, ranked #1 in the nation, clinched the MAC championship right here in the Canavan Arena to my right. And I think some of the people in the audience actually joined us for the match last night. It was thrilling and exhilarating. Let's go Ducks. We are ready for you. We are also ready for you because we care about how technology will influence life and work in the future. Stevens intentionally integrates technology throughout our curriculum and across all degree programs. Of course, in disciplines like engineering and computer science, but also in business, finance, the humanities, the arts, and social sciences. This technology ingredient provides an added advantage to Stevens graduates in their career. Employers who have the opportunity to choose between 2 equal candidates, and we hear this again and again, they choose the candidate who has the technology experience. We're also ready for you to be a lifelong Duck. Though you're just at the beginning of your Stevens journey, you will have a strong and enthusiastic network of alumni and friends to call upon after you graduate. We like to say, once a Duck, always a Duck. These distinctive advantages are added benefits even beyond the fundamental reason for choosing any college. That is, the value added of the education itself. I am running out of time and out of breath, so let me try to wrap this up. I hope I've helped to give you some insight into the education you will receive at this university in this brief time that we've had this afternoon. You will undoubtedly learn a lot more throughout the rest of the day. Before closing, I want to say to the parents and families who are here with us, should your students join us in the fall, and we sincerely hope they do, we will do everything in our power to take good care of them. We are ready to challenge their intellect, expose them to new opportunities, and nurture their success as professionals in their chosen fields. We are ready to help them find their place as responsible, ethical, and honorable citizens of the world. And finally, before I conclude, I'd like to share a brief video to officially welcome you as a member of the admitted Stevens class of 2027. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the fall. Thank you very much.
I love the wide variety of activities here on campus.
Everyone here is driven and they always want to help each other.
Love the location, getting to know everyone. I have so many friends here.
Welcome to Stevens!
Welcome to Stevens!
Welcome to Stevens! Go Ducks!
Such an amazing town when it comes to nightlife, restaurants.
Welcome to Stevens!
I love the close proximity to New York.
It's a very small campus. It's nice and cozy.
Welcome to Stevens!
Welcome to Stevens!
Welcome, class of 2027.
Congratulations!
Welcome to Stevens!
I really love the location at Stevens and all the people that I've met here.
Whether it be going out with my friends at night or exploring New York City right by, there's always something to do.
Welcome, class of 2027.
Welcome to Stevens.
Welcome, class of 2027.
Congratulations and welcome to Stevens.
Welcome to Stevens!
Thank you, President Perardin and Ariana. Now, please welcome to the stage our Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Sarah Klein, to say a few words and introduce our students.
Thank you, Cindy. So, hi everyone, welcome. As Vice President for Student Affairs, I do have the best job on campus. No offense, boss. I get to spend all of my days focused entirely on ensuring that our students are having the best possible, happy, healthy, and safe college experience. I make it my personal mission that every student feels included and supported and connected to our community. And I feel that way about the parents too. We spend a lot of time engaging with parents and helping you feel supported too. I tell pretty much anyone who's gonna listen to me that Stevens is a really special place. The main thing that I think sets it apart is that our students are truly exceptional in every way. They're intellectually curious, which probably doesn't surprise you, but they're also a genuinely kind-hearted group of people, and I'm not biased at all. So I'm gonna let our quacktastic